You can just be that.
I am. This is the Bourbon Lounge with Travis and Brandon. We have a treat for ourselves here, Weekend Trav, and we're drinking Rabbit Hole Dareringer. Okay?
Straight bourbon whiskey finished in PX sherry casks.
Interesting stuff here. Now, Rabbit Hole is a few different blends. I think they have 4 different blends. So this is, one of those. Price point at our local liquor store. Weekend Trav, there it is on the camera. I'll also put it on the side of the screen there. Price point here on our local liquor store was about $80-$85 with tax. So definitely not our typical mid-range. We wanted to go a little bit above and beyond because it's been a bit since we've been back here in the lounge. So Weekend Trav, I have yet to taste it. You have yet to taste it, but we have a nice write-up on it, which we'll get to in a second. But let's do the corking here. Okay,
I'm going to hear this. I'm going to put my microphone down.
I'll put my mic here. Oh, yeah. That in itself is an intoxicating sound. Here we go. As always, I do mine on ice. Weekend Trav is having his neat. Okay, so there you go. Nice color on this. And if you're interested in any of these glasses, folks, there's a link down below in our profile if you want to click on that and buy this little half and half glass I got. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, sir. I about drank my microphone. I cheers you and I said, ah. I have high expectations for this after reading all of the descriptions and stuff.
There's a lot of layers to this. Breathe it in.
I think initially, though, it's smooth.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. It's very smooth, and I don't like a harsh bourbon or a harsh whiskey. And I say that because I was just with a friend this weekend, and they said that bourbon and whiskey is gasoline. And I was like, you're trying the wrong stuff.
Exactly.
You're trying proper 12, probably.
No,
but to be fair, yes, early on, we did run across a lot of stuff that was very harsh, and your taste buds, everybody's taste buds are different, but we have noticed that, honestly, the higher the price point, it has gotten a lot better. It's gotten a lot smoother.
Yep.
We're starting to pick the stuff that we know that will it's more quality, I guess you could say.
And
the ingredients are quality.
And it's not to say you can't find something like that on the cheaper price points too. You can. That's why we like to try different things, whether it's a cheaper blend, a medium price bottle, or this. That's a little, not high end, but it's definitely above some people's price points. But this is interesting. So this Rabbit Hole Dareringer, as Weekend Trav alluded to, finished in these Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. That's from Spain. I'll read just a little bit here, and you can read with this there on the site. Twice finished in new toasted and charred American oak barrels first, and then it's the Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. That gives it a nice, subtle, I want to say even subtle, but there's a sweetness to it, but not overpowering. I wouldn't like it if it was super sweet.
It's not super sweet.
Yeah, but
it's got that perfect blend.
It's like a cherry-ish, not sherry, but almost like a cherry type flavor.
Yep. Yeah, this is cool. This place, I mean, this is from Spain. Literally, these barrels and stuff, this is from Spain. They're handmade PX sherry casks from Spain. And make sure that people, we're saying sherry, S-H, not cherry, sherry casks. So I'll read a little bit from this super premium straight bourbon whiskey is carefully crafted by taking fine wheated bourbon aged in alligator char barrels and resting it in handmade Pedro Jimenez sherry casks from Spain's renowned Cascanolia cooperage. Wow, this is a lot. When we then intimately blend no more than 15 barrels to produce our desired flavor profile, a true small batch. And that does make a difference. The small batch makes sense. Remember that. What that means is you're not putting in these huge, massive barrels. You're getting the flavor more. You're getting the true taste more when it's a smaller batch. If you notice, all of the good stuff, it'll usually tell you small batch, big batch, whatever. The small batch are generally a little bit better.
Yeah, this is... Weekend Trav. This is pretty tasty. It's probably one of the better ones I've had in a while.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
93 proof, 46.5 alcohol by volume. Rabbit Hole Dareringer. This is out of Louisville, Kentucky, so they import those barrels from Spain and do their thing on the final process after they distill. But this is good. What are you picking up? What are you picking up? The flavors. What are you getting?
I don't, honestly, it said something about spice. I don't get the spice. I'm not getting much spice from me. Like as I said, there's supposed to be a little bit of spice to it, but I don't. I
have a little bit on the exit, almost like a nut, not nutty, but maybe just like an almondy type.
Yeah.
On the exit,
It's such a small. It does. I get a little tiny taste.
It's
of
very
spice.
complex. It's very complex. If you like a bourbon that has several layers of flavor profile, it's an interesting taste. And now that mine has chilled off a little bit, and it's oh man, that's good.
It is. I'm gonna tell you. All right, we can rate this, but this.
Yeah.
I could drink a lot of this. This is one of those bourbons I can set down and I can drink a couple, 2 or 3 glasses of this. This could be a long night.
There's a possibility here because the Bourbon Lounge is dropping on Tuesday. Our podcast, which we will continue to drink this for the podcast, drops on Wednesday. So this might be an interesting episode here. So definitely be staying tuned to us and subscribing below. Weekend Trav, we always say there's a few elements involved in our rating system, usually 3 for you.
Yeah, it's 3.
But let's just jump all the way straight to the actual profile. 0 to 10 boxing rating, 0 to 10 boxing gloves. Weekend Trav, what do you got?
I'm going high actually. I'm gonna go. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna go 8.1.
Interesting. Okay.
I like it. It's smooth. I feel good drinking it. There's not a big bite. It's
33.
The price is yes, I know. The price is it's a little bit up there, but this is one of those bourbons that I would say that the taste matches the price.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy it. There's never ever with a bottle like this blend it with anything else. You want it straight. Mm-hmm. No cocktails on this. I know their website will suggest some things.
I wouldn't
drink this thing straight because it has so many different flavors to it. You won't need it. You either do it neat like Weekend Trav over here is doing, or you do it on ice like I do. Weekend Trav, you did an 8.1. I'm going to give it an 8.3, which I know I like it a lot.
That's very good. I'm glad we both threw 8s though. We're both 1 point there for this one. I feel like
brings us on average 8.2 boxing gloves. You'll see it there in the corner. 8.2 boxing gloves on this Rabbit Hole Dareringer straight bourbon whiskey from Louisville, Kentucky. I tell you what, the sherry casks, they really does it.
You brought this in, I was pleasantly surprised.
This was a little rabbit there, a little rabbit on the bottle.
We have not had a real quality. Just something new, I think.
Something new. We've had different things. You could see it here, folks, if you can see Whistle Pig and all this. But that's very good. So, Weekend Trav and I, we have it an 8.2 boxing gloves on the ranking. Very good. We highly recommend Rabbit Hole Dareringer and Weekend Trav. I'm going to close this out like I've been closing out the other episodes. You want to know really why I like this?
Why?
Because it's sterile and I like the taste.
It's gasolina.
That is the Bourbon Lounge with Travis and Brandon. Check us out on the podcast dropping on Wednesday. We have some stuff in the boxing world to talk about. But thank you much for joining us on this review of Rabbit Hole Dareringer. We're going to drink a lot of this.
Thanks, guys.